I just had some dinner, and I had some raw broccoli with my dinner. And I was sitting in there listening to some of the news, and they was talking about the debate, with Donald Trump, and how Trump was saying that the Haitians are eating the pets, and it just kind of blew me away. I'm like, what? Did Donald Trump really just say that in Springfield, Ohio, the Haitians are eating the pets? Now, I'm from Ohio, I'm from Dayton. I'm minutes away. Minutes away from Springfield, Ohio. I could get on 70. Boom, I'm in Springfield that fast. So I lived around Springfield my whole life. I'm from Dayton, northern Dayton. I live around the 70, I-70 corridor. I live right there. Springfield's right on that I-70 corridor. That way towards the East Coast from my house. Now, so I figured, there's all these people are talking like they know Springfield, like they know what the fuck they're even talking about. Now, granted, I don't live in Springfield. Now, Lisa, my friend Lisa, she lives in Springfield. She lives in Springfield. We just went fishing. We fish every weekend. Last weekend, I fished in Springfield. Okay? So, I just want to kind of help you touch base, get your feet back on the ground with what's going on with Springfield, Ohio. Now, I'd like to digress real quick, though. I just want to say that one of the problems I have with television is the news and the politics and stuff. The news organizations have become the biggest liars next to the politicians. The politicians are all of them. Are all. You cannot be a politician unless you are a professional fucking liar. Okay? Now, to be somebody on the news and reporting the news, you have to be a professional liar nowadays. It doesn't matter about any honesty at all. So, they're sitting there fact checking. They kept the new, this debate, they kept saying they're going to fact check them, which I found kind of pissed me off. I'm like, who the fuck is these professional lying motherfuckers going to fact check about? They don't know nothing about Springfield. They don't know nothing about fucking Ohio to say whether they are or whether they're not. None of these fucking people have a fucking clue. Now, how did this come about? Well, I don't have a problem with immigrants. Let's just get that off the thing. I love all people. As a Christian, I think that people, if you call yourself a Christian, you should love people. I don't, just because a local politician or local or even a national politician politicizes people and uses them for their own political gain, I try not to let that be held against the people who are just trying to have a better life. Because you're being lied to, I'm being lied to, and they're being lied to. Okay, understand that. These fucking professional liars are lying to everybody. That's what they do. They lie to everybody. Because that's what politicians do. They're sleazeballs. That's the problem with our country isn't immigration. The problem with our country is the sleazeballs politicians. Now, this is not going to make the algorithm. So if you're watching this, you're special. You're one of my special people. Now, Springfield is a dying community. It used to be a nice place. It used to have historical homes, beautiful homes back in the 1900s, 1940s, 1950s. It was a beautiful place. Springfield's a dying community. It's one of the worst crime-ridden communities in the United States of America. I mean, for statistically speaking, there's 50,000 people that live in Springfield, and probably only a handful of them have a fucking job. Okay? So what they're trying to do is they're trying to revitalize the city by getting money from the government, by the federal government. So the way that they get money from the federal government is they take in people, Haitians. They take in these Haitians. So there's 50,000 people, 20 to 30,000 Haitians versus 50,000. I mean, it's like this community, was already struggling. And then they just put 20, 30,000 Haitians in their community. Think about that, And these people are from a different culture. If I go to India, okay, or wherever, India, okay, I had Wendy's tonight. Okay, I swung through the Wendy's drive-thru, and I got a hamburger, which is, I'm guessing, a cow from Wendy's. I eat cows, okay? You go to India, and you don't eat cows, okay? They walk around in the streets, and nobody eats cows in India, as far as I know. Okay, it's a cultural thing, man. Now, in Columbus is not Springfield. Columbus is farther down, about an hour away from my house. There's some Haitians in Columbus, and being that they're from a different culture, they're different type of upbringing. They were like in Columbus, and they seen some ducks, right? There's some ducks. So they're like, hey man, there's fucking fresh dinner swimming, right? At this park, right? They go out and they get these ducks, and I guess it's on video in Columbus, and they got these ducks. So you have that. Now, please just, how about we just put a little common sense on this? Let's just apply some common sense. You bring 20,000 plus people into a dying community, right? Somebody's getting rich, and it ain't these Haitians, and it's not the people of Springfield. Somebody's getting fucking rich, but it's not these people. School systems are overwhelmed. They had a bomb threat today at Springfield. Somebody called and threatened to blow them up downtown because of all this shit going on. But let's just say common sense. You're sitting there and you're living in a tent city in Springfield, Ohio, 1,000,000 miles away from your home in Haiti. And there's some dogs running around or something, and you're starving. I'm eating the fucking dog. Brother Brian is eating a fucking barbecue dog sandwich that fucking night. I don't give a fuck. Do you understand? Do you understand? You get hungry enough, you will fucking eat. You will fucking eat. We hear it all the time about people in plane crashes or something, and they eat the dead bodies. You get hungry enough, you will eat. I've heard these people from different parts of the country talking about Springfield, Ohio. Believe me, they don't fucking know what they're talking about. Springfield is a fucking desert, man. It's a dying community run by crooked politicians, and they're probably starving these people to death. So could they possibly be eating dogs? I don't really know. But I would say they probably are eating fucking dogs because that's part of their culture. And from my understanding is a lot of these videos that are popping out right now, they're kind of they're fizzling up to the surface now. A lot of these videos are like body cams from cops having to respond to somebody's domestic dispute with their neighbor because this Haitian just ate their dog. So they have like body cam videos from cops who are leaking this stuff, not from just people, but cops in the community. So, and you know, a lot of that stuff disappears pretty quick too. But I live next to Springfield. Understand what I'm saying. Understand what I'm saying about Springfield. It's 50,000 people. And they just dumped 20 or 30,000 Haitians in Springfield. It's unbelievable, man. These poor Haitians people. These poor Haitians. They thought that they were coming here and they came here to fight and battle and starve